This is a good CV. It's very clear, well laid out. The only thing I would say is that it looks like it's a crew member. It's someone who's got technical PA running experience. It doesn't give me much detail. It doesn't look as though this person would like an editorial role or has any kind of editorial writing, shooting, researching experience. And on the basis of this CV, I probably wouldn't investigate them further. Because I wouldn't think that they had the right skills and experience or attitude to either run on a production or to do some junior researching. Because I tend to hire editorial roles. So in terms of an editorial CV, this isn't someone that I would consider, though they obviously have lots of sort of film and post-production experience. I think this is a good CV for several reasons, and I'll explain why. I think obviously very clear grade here. I like the fact there's a website here. I'm wondering whether there are links to previous work. In fact, it might be worth explaining that later on in the CV, what this website is. Is it writing? Is it visual images? I like the layout, the key skills, the work experience, the education. The only thing missing for me, I would add here, is the references. So I would look for a summary of the broadcasters that they'd worked for and the areas of interest in terms of the genres that they've worked in and want to work in. I don't personally like a profile or a written statement. I think it's much more crucial for me when I'm looking to understand the skills that somebody has rather than what they say about themselves, because I think it's a given that you're motivated, bright, hard-working, and those kind of don't really tell me anything. What I look for are these key skills. I think this is a really good layout, but I'd like a little bit more detail about the subject matter of the topical films, who the contributors were, where the shoots were set up, get a sense of the size of the team that the person was working in. And similarly here, I think it's very well laid out again, but I'd like to know what stories this person developed, who the contributors were, where they set up shoots, which locations, what for, what were the items. I mean, were these 3-minute VT items? Who were you actually working with? Who the producer was, and how much time, and whether it was a placement. Again, a little bit more detail about the content of the degree, what proportion was Spanish, what the history modules were. Because I'd like to know what areas of specialism this person has. But I think it's a very good CV. I think I would see this person based on the CV I have here, but I think this person is missing a trick by not putting enough detail on the CV to make me want to find out more. If you have the time and space to lay out all the skills and experience you have, you really should. So here, this is just a little bit too brief. I think this CV is very good. I would combine the profile and the key skills as one section. So the headline would be that this person is a journalism master's graduate. I think it's rather strange that this person hasn't sort of put their grade at the top, what their job role is and the job role that they've been doing, and also why that their broadcast experience is after their previous employment. Because if you're looking for a job in TV, the most relevant thing is to lead with your broadcast credits. I think this is great, the bullet points, detailing what the person has done, the presenters they've worked with, what they edited on, what they filmed. And it tells me a lot about the person, the fact that they were looking for locations for live broadcast, working in a busy newsroom, used to working on fast turnaround. It's always important to put the broadcaster, again, Unreported World is a Channel 4 show, so I would put that on there as well, along with the series producer and perhaps the producer-director that the person worked most closely with, which will give me a sense of their experience as well. I like the fact that all this print experience is detailed here, which tells me that this person can write, which is all key. In fact, it's a very underrated skill in television. There are a lot of people who can't write, so I'm always looking for good writers. I like the other awards and qualifications as well, which give me an indication of what type of person this is. I think this is the best CV because it's the most detailed. It gives a really, really clear sense of this person's experience, what they've done and what they can do, and I would definitely be interested in this person and their skills and experience for documentaries, current affairs or history.